What's up YouTube? Thrift Hunter here with this week's estate sale finds. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some Star Wars figures that I bought. Went to this estate sale kind of late because I figured with all the Star Wars stuff that it was just gonna be insane. So I actually went to a different sale that had a bunch of jewelry that I bought some stuff for, which I'm gonna do probably in part 2 because this will be pretty long. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you what I bought with the Star Wars stuff. I think I got a good deal on some of the stuff. I bought a whole box of loose figures that we're going to go ahead and go through first, and then I bought some on the card Star Wars figures that should be worth a majority of the money. I probably should have left the loose figures because it doesn't seem like loose figures go for anywhere near as much as the boxed figures. So I ended up paying about $4 per figure. I just kind of asked how much for all of them, and because they had from $3 to $7 per piece, and they're like, well, we'll do $4 a piece. And I'm like, you know, well, they said 5 and I said 4, so they ended up doing $4 a piece. So here's one right here. I don't know the names of every single person. I think these are mostly from Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back. So here's a little guy here. He does have, I don't know if it's this one, maybe I have multiples, so this one actually looks pretty good condition. I know the names of some of the people, but not all of them. Most of them are not really complete, so they also had a little box full of all the little weapons and accessories. Not a lot of them, but a couple. And they wanted another $65 for the accessories that go with the figures, which it's like, they go with my figures, why are you charging me more? But you know how estate sales go. I should have left the figures. I looked a bunch of these up, and I think that most of the loose figures are like $10-ish a piece with a couple extras that are better. So like here's a Stormtrooper guy, and this one's a pretty good one, I believe. They were going to ask more for the Stormtroopers. These are the ones that they wanted like $7 a piece for. But I looked these up too, and they're not really worth that much more. I think this one is because it's the battle gear guy. But most likely I'm just going to lot these, do like maybe a couple of lots, or maybe just lot all of them. Because I think my money's really going to be in the boxed ones and not so much these loose figures. These were probably not a very good purchase, so I may I just don't see myself listing these all individually because a lot of them are like $5 and some of them are 10. But I looked all of these guys up, and it's amazing how the loose figures are like worth a couple of bucks, but then the boxed ones are worth like $100. So for the same one, this was like the cloud car driver, so he was a little bit better. And then as far as the mark on them, most of these are LFL and Hong Kong 1980, 1982, 1983, with a couple that have the mark that's like G, I don't know, here I'll try and find one with that mark. That one's LFL. This is like Lobot, this is the cloud car driver, there's like the different little guys. I'm not a Star Wars expert. This one I think is called the Emperor, and he kind of moves and stuff. So the condition on these is really, it's not too bad. They definitely seem like more like the played with ones. Oh, here's the other one that was messed up. So here's like one of the, I think this is a better figure too, but he's got some marks on him, so I don't know. But I have multiples of everything, so like there's a better condition one. Here's, what's this one? This one's like the Death Star droid. And this is, I think, the better one or the more worn one. I think this is the more worn one. I have a couple of them. Here's another guy with the helmet. And most of these would have been holding weapons. Not all of them, but yeah, I pretty much have like almost the whole collection, except for I'm missing most of the The really good ones, so like the Luke Skywalkers and the Leias and the Yoda and the Chewbacca and stuff, I don't really have any of those. Because they said that some people had gone through these already, so I'm guessing some people took some of the better ones. Here's this guy. I looked them up. Again, I'm just going to go through the loose figures so you guys can see. Let me know if there's any. I know there's variants that go for more money. There's like a whole bunch of random reasons why some of them are worth more. Here's like another driver. Here's this guy. Let's see if I can find one with the other mark. And that one doesn't have it. But this guy. LFL. So most of these are LFL, which I think is Lucasfilm Limited. So there's a couple of guys there. Here's one with a gun. So it's better if it has the weapon. It makes it easier to sell. Again, I think I'll just do a couple of lots of the loose figures. I'm not really too interested in these. You know, and don't quote me on the prices. Anything I price in my videos is just like guesstimates, really. I don't really get real prices until I start listing and really looking everything up. Because I looked up about half of these, and I didn't see anything that was really blowing my mind as far as the loose figure goes. Here's another one of those. Here's that guy. I think he's a better one. There's another droid guy. Yeah, so I just bought them all because I don't really know really too much about the figures or anything. So I just figured, well, if one of them's worth a decent amount of money, then I'm good. But as I started looking these up, I found out that most of them are not worth a fortune. But like I said, I haven't looked up every single one. I do have an idea of some of the ones that are better. But there's that one. There's one of these guys. So you can see I've got almost every character from like Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back. Again, feel free to, you know, rip me apart in the comments for not knowing any of these things, but there's that guy. And then I think this one's a little bit better. This is the Jawa. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. But again, loose, not worth a whole lot, but I think this one's a little bit better. And there's variants and whatever, but I don't think that's the variant. This, I think, was one of the Hoth, and any of the like winter ones were like Hoth planet. There's this guy. So these are obviously like the more played with ones. This guy was definitely a collector, and they did have more of the boxed figures that I didn't buy because they had them priced at like $100 and $200 plus, and I did look them up while I was at the sale just in case one of them was worth a lot, but the condition on them really wasn't that great. So they were obviously going off of eBay, but they don't really know that some of them were in really good condition, so they got higher prices. But yeah, you can see I bought there's 61 figures total, and yeah, it just really doesn't seem worth listing individually. This one was pretty good. This was the R2-D2 with the periscope little piece there that comes up, and the condition's okay on it. It's not that great. They are a little sticky almost, so they definitely should probably be cleaned. There's another one of those guys. I hope you guys enjoy looking at some Star Wars figures. Here's another one. This guy. Here's this one I thought was cool. It's one of the Royal Guard, something like that figures. He's in pretty good shape. Thought that one was interesting. There's that guy. So a lot of these like off characters are like not the most popular ones. Oh, I have another one. Another Jawa. Here's another, I think this was Princess Leia and Hoth gear. I think is that Admiral Akbar, I think. That one. Another one of these guys. So you guys can check out my eBay store when I eventually do list these. Most likely I'm just going to do maybe some small lots or just lot the whole thing up because I really don't want to deal with these loose ones very much. There's another one of these guys. Let's see, this guy. Pretty cool. I think this one was another one of those ones that was a little bit better. I have multiple of these and you'll see. But there's that one. Here looks like another pilot or driver. There's another stormtrooper. Here's I think this one was called Squid Face, which I thought was kind of funny. There's the Squid Face guy. Here's this one's somewhat messed up. I think it's called Ergonaut or something like that. There's that guy. Another one of these ones. Here's a weapon that goes to somebody. Another one of those Death Star droids. And another one of those. And that's it. So that's all my loose figures there. Let me know what you guys think. So it was $250 for all the loose. I think that I pretty much overspent on those. It does seem like you can buy these for around that price, around $3-4 a piece in lots on eBay, with the exception of a couple of the stormtroopers, like the R2-D2, maybe a couple of other ones are like sometimes sell for $20, which I may pull out and list separately, but probably not. Those will be like the good ones from my lot. But yeah, let me know what you think about those Star Wars figures. I'm gonna go grab the rest of them and we'll go through some of the boxed ones, and then after that we'll do a bunch of jewelry. Okay, so let's go through some of the kind of boxed, carded figures that I bought. I think this is where a majority of my money's gonna be. Like I said, I don't think there's a lot in the figures. Maybe I'm wrong, hope so. But I spent another $250 or so on these carded figures, which I think are gonna be worth a lot more. I looked up a bunch of these, and it seems like these cut card ones still bring about $40-50. Some of them 60, some of them up to 100. It just kind of depends on which figure it is and the condition of the box. So here's one of those droid guys on the card. They call these cut on card or on cut card or something like that. So there's that one. This one's a little bit kind of loose. Usually the gun is like taped to the side. So I don't know exactly the value of any of these, but there's those ones. Here's one of the drivers, I believe, with his gun, and some of them are punctured and some of them are sealed. So this one's sealed, $650. So I'm hoping that these are all gonna be worth some decent money. Here's the I think Leia Hoth. That one is punctured, so I don't know if this counts as a loose figure or if this counts as like a cut card figure, or how that works when it's kind of busted like that. But you know, for $4.50, hopefully I should be able to get more than that. There's those ones. I've got two of this guy, both complete and sealed. There's that one. They did have not too many more of these cut card ones. They priced these ones pretty cheap, but they did have some more carded ones that they wanted like $200, $150 for, that I did look up, and they weren't really worth that much because of their condition. But here's another kind of busted one. So I don't know, does this count as a loose figure, or is it not a loose figure? Is it a, you know, a cut card figure? I'm not really sure how that works as far as the grading and whatnot. Here's this guy. Also sealed up in the original bubble with all of his parts. His gun. There's that one. We've got Lobot there. So I have most of these loose, and then I have a bunch of these cut card figures. He's got his gun there. There's that one. I've got two of this guy. Little droid. All sealed. Bubbles. So I'm hoping that these are worth some decent money. I know sometimes it depends on like what back it has too. People can tell like, oh, this one has a variant back or whatever, but there's those ones. And what else have I got? Got two of these that are in the package. So I guess what it was with these ones is like you would collect the stickers, and I guess that's why you would cut the cards or something, and you would mail in the cards with the little sticker coin on it or something like that. And once you got 5 or 6 or whatever it was, you would mail in for these guys. So even these ones I've seen bring anywhere from $50 to $60, $70. I'm not really sure. Obviously it's going to depend on how, you know, which character it is and how good the condition is. But there's another Hong Kong. I think this one's called, is this one the Bosk, something like that. That might be him. If I remember some of the names when I looked them up. And then I've got one of these. This is the Imperial Stormtrooper Hoth Battle Gear cut on card, or on a cut card one. So I think this one might be a little bit more. Not really sure. He's got one. That looks a little off, doesn't it? Interesting. How he's got just the one black part, but I guess, yeah, that is weird. Because I have more of them. So I've got this one on the card. And this guy's got the little black paint on it. It's interesting. He's got some on his helmet too. So I don't know what happened with that one. We'll see. But here's one on the card that says opened, look for in package. So I'm wondering if this one's a recard, if this one's got a new bubble on it. I'm not really sure how you would tell, because this one really looks perfect to me, but you can tell from the, you know, how yellowed this one is. Still not sure about why that's got paint on it. Hopefully that's not damage and that's like something super rare or something, but I don't know. But there's that guy. Let me show you close up in case you guys know. I think that's just like pieces of cardboard maybe got in there, or just the paint got a little messed up. I'm not sure. There's that guy versus this one here. So this would be worth about $100. I mean, it's a non-punched card. So you guys let me know, has this been recarded? Because I cannot tell at all. There's that one. And then I do have a carded Jawa figure. Can't really see his face in there, but there's a little face in there with his little gun. That one's all sealed. I saw one of these. There's a completed for about 90 bucks. So I think that one's probably a good one. And what else do I have? I have a Lobot. So a lot of these ones had this kind of thing, where I had an auction record on it. So $15.50. So they're pricing at about half eBay or less. I think this goes for a little bit more than what this price is. So this is either what they paid or just what they had looked up. But this one's got like a Mervin's tag on it there. Nice carded figure there, which even that one I think goes for around 100. I think most of the carded ones go for around 100. When the card's kind of poor and really mint condition, they go for even more. So here's the one that I think is like legit carded, sealed of this Stormtrooper guy. So I don't know which one has the most value. Who knows? I think this one's also about a $100 piece. It's gonna be really annoying going through and taking off all these tags. I hate these little tags. I've got stacks of them, of the old ones that I've taken off. But there's that one. This one's also got a price tag on it, $2.88. Kenner. There's that one. And then some of the better ones. Here's a Han Solo in the camo trench coat. Han Solo with card in pretty good condition. It does have a sticker over the number, so I don't know if that's, again, how that affects the value, but this card looks pretty nice. So this one I think is around 100 to 150 is what it looks like for this guy. He's in pretty good shape. I mean, this one, it's like maybe a little bendy, but not that bad. And another one that I think is pretty good is this Princess Leia. Again, there's an auction record there with the helmet and the little camo. This I think was definitely a Sears item. Sears like exclusive. This one is a little wavy bendy. But for the most part, the card's in pretty good shape. So that one should be same thing, around 100 hopefully. So if you figure I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carded ones that I'm hoping I'll get around 500 for those, and then if I get another 500 or so for the rest of those, and then whatever I can get for the loose, I should be looking at a nice profit on the Star Wars stuff. I did buy a lot of jewelry. I'm not sure if I'm going to film that today or if I'm going to film that tomorrow or what. My birthday is coming up on Monday, so not sure how much more work I'm going to do for the rest of this week. But yeah, there's all my Star Wars stuff. If you guys like this video, please leave a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.